Okay, so I figured I'd jump on here and actually do like a proper question and answer type of video, maybe more learn about who I am and my plan and like what I want to do. Got about 20 questions written down on my laptop, so I apologize if I keep looking back and forth. I'll try to give myself so that way it's more dead on rather than. There we go. So the first question I have is just who am I? Well, my name is Brent Millian. I am a guy that's just ready to travel. I've been wanting to travel for a long time and just haven't had the big opportunity to do it. And I hope that this year I get that opportunity, and right now I'm going to, because I'm going to do it. I'm currently 27 years old. My birthday's in December. I'd actually just turned 27 this year, which is cool, I guess. I'm getting a little closer to 30. And I've always wanted to see all 7 wonders of the world, but I just never put it in perspective. So this year I kind of want to do it. The closer I get to 30, the older I get, and the less I'll probably travel. I grew up in Wisconsin. I lived there till I was 10, and then my family moved to Florida, which is pretty much where I was raised. Once I got out of high school, I joined the military and I decided to travel a lot. Well, not travel, but I traveled with the military a lot. I lived in Georgia, Tennessee, Colorado, moved back to Wisconsin, then back to Florida. And that's kind of where I recently just moved out of to do this traveling stuff. For a living, I was in the military for 4.5, almost 5 years, which I loved every moment of it. I wouldn't take any of it back. It was such a great experience for me. And it just allowed me to broaden my aspect in life and just everything about it. After I got out, I worked in the restaurant industry, which was great money. I loved it, loved meeting new people, loved going out, hanging out with friends and doing stuff like that. It was always so much fun to me and everything like that. So, my biggest hero growing up, that's a good question, was my grandfather. He was always just such a good, happy, loving person no matter what, and I always strive to be that type of person. And sometimes, this last year, I've kind of fallen off and kind of haven't been that person like he would be proud of, but he is my biggest hero and he always will be. He's such an amazing man. He was really the biggest father figure in my life growing up, and when he passed away a couple years ago, it was probably the hardest thing, but to this day I kind of live by him and like what he would expect out of me. Like, he's my biggest idol, my biggest hero. Everything about him I love about him. Things that I like to do to pass time. I like to be outside. I like to go to the beach. I like to snowboard. I'm not the biggest fan of sitting inside. I like to be out and about, go to the bars. I like to drink. I like to do stuff like that. Being outside is huge to me. I think traveling is going to be great because that's what I love to do already. I'm kind of a solo person. I enjoy going out by myself. I don't really invite many people out when I go out. Most of the time people are too busy. Lots of people work. I don't work, so it's kind of that. Why am I traveling? I'm traveling for a couple reasons. This year has really shown me that maybe I'm not very happy with who I am and I need to find myself again. And just the way I've acted and been towards people, I'm usually a really loving, caring person. The biggest thing in my life is to make people smile. But my biggest reason why I want to travel is I want to see all 7 wonders of the world in a year. And then I want to meet as many people and experience as many cultures as possible. I think that's very important in this world. We're so used to exactly what we have every single day, and I want to see what it's like to not have what I'm able to have every day. What is my goal over the next year? My goal is a new country every month, so 12 countries in a year, 7 different wonders in a year, which I'll probably go to more countries and not just to 12 because I do want to do as much as possible. And honestly, I might extend my trip even longer after a year, depending on how everything's going with YouTube and everything like that, because I do enjoy doing this and making these videos for everyone. When do I start my journey? So Monday night I leave for Turkey, and I get into Turkey Tuesday, and then I start my journey from there. And when I'm in Turkey, I'll be in 6 different cities, a total of 20 some days there before I head for Jordan. And I'm really excited for Turkey. I really don't know what to expect. I don't know the language. I don't know much about it, but I'm excited for it because it's something new to me. And I love new stuff and I love experiencing new things and new people. What are my go-to destinations over the next year? I would say, obviously, Italy, Jordan, India, Brazil, Egypt. Sorry, I had a brain fart. Egypt, Bali. I'd love to go to Argentina. Obviously, all 7 wonders are in different countries and different places of the world, so those are important to me as well. But yeah, that's pretty much the places that I'm excited for, but I'm also excited for the places that are unexpected in my travel that I plan last minute and do stuff like that, because a lot of this trip is going to be last minute and spur of the moment. I've only planned my first 3 months, and my first 3 months aren't even anything crazy. It's Turkey, Jordan, and then India. But right now, India kind of closed down to US to get there. So hopefully by the time I'm ready to go to India, it's open. Otherwise, I'm gonna go to Egypt. What destination am I most nervous about traveling to? Egypt. I don't know much about Egypt, and you read a lot and hear a lot of people talk about how it's kind of dangerous and everything like that. And I want to stay there for a month, but I don't think I will, just because I don't know much about Egypt and that destination. I think that's the one I'm most nervous about this year. The destination I'm looking forward to the most. India. I've been high riding India so much. I've read so much about it, learned so much, and just I love how affordable and cheap it can be, and I can't wait to make a video about it and when I'm there. When I'm in India, I'll be in 6 different cities in a total of 3 to 4 days riding across country on a train, which I think is amazing to see, and I'm so excited for it because it gives me the opportunity to see this scenery, just everything about India, and that's what I'm most excited for this trip. What tips do I have for traveling? I think my biggest tip would be prepare yourself. Traveling can be hard, it can be difficult. Prepare yourself for the worst, expect the best. You never know when something can turn bad. COVID is a real thing right now. You could test positive for COVID where you get stuck somewhere. So expect something bad to happen is probably my biggest trip. And when it does happen, don't let it put you down. I'm a telltale sign of letting it put me down and getting upset and irritated with it. And just don't, I think that's my biggest tip, is just be prepared for the worst. What pointers can I give for backpacking? Prepare your backpack every time you backpack. It sounds crazy, but as you walk, as you move, as weight's in your bag, it adjusts, it gets uncomfortable. So before you get moving or before you get walking with your backpack, adjust it. Make sure it's comfortable, make sure it's right in the right spots. These bags that we have now are so adjustable and so amazing in that way that they can make it so they're super comfortable for you. And that's huge. Comfort is huge when backpacking. If you are uncomfortable at all, you are not gonna enjoy it. And there's many reasons why. You gotta walk, you gotta hills, mountains, roads, urban cities, getting on and off buses, stuff like that. You're gonna adjust and adjust your bags. It's very important just to make sure they're comfortable on you. That's my biggest pointer, honestly. Shoes too. Shoes are very important. I wear Vans, and then when I have all my luggage on me, I wear a pair of boots that just make it more comfortable to walk with. What is a must-have item for me to bring with me? I would say my water bottle. It's a filtered water bottle that filters water to make water a little cleaner, a little healthier. I drink a lot of water. I'm not big on soda, stuff like that, and I think that's huge because a lot of their water over there can be gross and disgusting. So having a filtered water reduces the waste in plastic, because you're going to buy bottled water then instead of using water and stuff like that, which over there it's not the same as like here where we have our trash systems and stuff like that. So it is important. That's important to me. That's like my must-have item to bring with me, truthfully, is a water bottle. What is my preference in terrain? Honestly, I love it all. I love the mountains. I'm huge and I think mountains are absolutely gorgeous, but my favorite places to see are city, urban, stuff like that. I just think the beauty inside the cities can be so breathtaking, and people just take it for granted because they're so used to seeing these beautiful views on mountaintops and everything like that. Let's see, next question. Where do I prefer staying at when I travel? Honestly, I would rather stay at a hostel. I really enjoy camping and stuff like that, but truthfully, I think hostels are just as cheap as camping, and then I at least can take a shower. I love hammocks. If I could stay in a hammock every single night of my life, it'd be freaking amazing, but a lot of these places you can't camp at, which kind of sucks, and then some places you can, but then there are countries that I don't really know much about, and I don't know how much I can trust just staying on my own in a campsite. As in a hostel, I can lock my stuff up, I feel safe, I can meet people, talk to people, interact with people, and that's kind of one of my goal for this year, is to meet everybody I can. I want to meet people, I want to affect people, I want to grow my YouTube and just enjoy my time out there over the next year. I prefer traveling by bus, train, taxi. I actually hate flying. Something about it, I get so nauseous, so sick just thinking about it. Like, ugh, I got an 11-hour flight tomorrow. Oof, it's gonna be rough, but I just think bus, train, and everything like that gives you the opportunity to see the land, see what's around you, and really just take in the beauty of every place that you go to. As in flying, yeah, it's great. You get there quick, fast, easy. It can be more expensive. So that's why I kind of prefer it. I like to travel on a budget. I'm not trying to blow a whole bunch of money while I travel. I'm on a set income. I can't be blowing all my money at once. So what do I miss the most about traveling so far? I miss my home. I miss my dog. I miss my cat. I miss walking in my door and them being super obnoxious. I never thought I would say that. They're literally the most obnoxious animals in the world sometimes. But I miss them the most. Out of everybody, out of everything, I just miss them. I'm okay without seeing family. Family can come see me. Social media is such a great platform now that you got FaceTime, you got anything to really talk to people. WhatsApp, you can call, you can FaceTime, you can text people pretty much from whatever. So that's huge right now because it eliminates the fact of really just missing people, because I can see you face to face from a camera, and yeah, it's not the same. I can't hug you, I can't do that stuff, but I'm okay with that. I love my family, but I've always been kind of the distant son. You can ask any of them. But yeah, I miss my animals and my house the most. I miss waking up, having a pool, backyard, all that stuff, but that's like the finer things in life, and I'm so ready to not have the finer things in life, and I think that's what I'm most excited for too. Am I afraid of the unknown? There's a lot to not know about this trip, honestly. So much to not know. I'm not really planning it by looking at stuff, or I'm not researching much. I've looked into cities that are recommended in these areas, and that's kind of what I went off of. I didn't go off of like my gut or anything like that. I didn't research. I didn't do anything else. Besides India, I did a little more research than any other place. But I just looked up top 6 cities to go to in these areas, recommended, and that's about all I read. I looked, and I didn't even read into the cities. They were just recommended cities that on multiple sites that I was like, okay, these are where I'm going. I think the most I'm afraid of is I don't know anything about their travel and train systems. There's this app called Rome to Rio that helps out a lot, that tells me buses and trains and where to get off and where to get on, but it's not like here where you always have phone service and Wi-Fi and stuff like that. It's going to be a little different. And I think that's what I'm most afraid of, is just travel days, is getting to where I need to go, because I don't know really how to get around. And that's probably what I'm most afraid of. Otherwise, I'm beyond excited about this trip. You know, over the next year, you guys can expect from my channel pretty much everything. Every city I go to, I want to put a vlog out about it. Talk about my hostels, the area, the food, just everything. I'm so excited to just bring you guys along with me and everything. Well, I appreciate you guys jumping on here. There's 20 questions that I figured I would just put out, maybe talk about myself, something that maybe some of you guys want to learn about me, maybe not, maybe nobody's interested in this, I don't know. It's kind of my first question and answer video. I did it like this. But I'm super excited for this adventure over the next year, and I can't wait to bring you guys along. Please, if you guys haven't, subscribe, like, comment, share with your family, friends. You know, it's huge to me if you guys do that. It allows me to grow and continue to do what I'm gonna do over the next year if you guys do this for me. So I appreciate every single one of you guys, and I'll see you guys next week in Turkey. Peace, guys.